Luke 21 verses 1 to 4. This one is about the widow's offering. Then Yeshua looked up, and as he watched the rich placing their gifts into the temple offering boxes, he also saw a poor widow put in 2 small coins. He said, "I tell you the truth, this poor widow has put in more than all the others, for they, out of their wealth, have contributed money that they could easily spare. But she, out of her own poverty, has given all she had to live on." And now to the poor section. Proverbs 19:17. He who is kind to the poor is lending to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed. Isaiah 58:10. Generously offer food to the hungry, and meet the needs of the person in trouble. Then your light will rise in the darkness, and your gloom become like noon. Proverbs 3:27-28. Don't withhold good from someone entitled to it when you have it in hand the power to do it. Don't tell the neighbor, "Go away, come another time. I'll give it to you tomorrow," when you have it now. Proverbs 11:25. The person who blesses others will prosper. He who satisfies others will be satisfied herself. Proverbs 22:22-23. Don't exploit the helpless because they are helpless, and don't crush the poor in court, for the Lord will plead their cause for them and withhold life from those who defraud them. Proverbs 31:8-9. Speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, for the rights of all who need an advocate. Speak up, judge righteously, defend the cause of the poor and the needy. And lastly, I'm going to read from Luke 10, verses 25-37, and it's the parable on the Good Samaritan. An expert in Torah, the law, stood up to try and trap him by asking, "Rabbi, what should I do to obtain eternal life?" But Yeshua said to him, "What is written in the Torah? How do you read it?" He answered, "You are to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and with all your understanding, and your neighbor as yourself." And that is found in Deuteronomy 6:5 and Leviticus 19:18. That's the right answer, Yeshua said. Do this and you will have life. But he, wanting to justify himself, said to Yeshua, "And who is my neighbor?" Taking up the question, Yeshua said, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him naked and beat him up, then went off, leaving him half dead. By coincidence, a priest was going down on that road, but when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. Likewise, a Levi, who reached the place and saw him, also passed by on the other side. But a man from Shomron who was traveling came upon him, and when he saw him, he was moved with compassion. So he went up to him, put oil and wine on his wounds, and bandaged them. Then he set him on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day he took out 2 days' wages, gave them to the innkeeper, and said, 'Look after him, and if you spend more than this, I'll pay you back when I return.' Of these 3, which one seems to you to have become the neighbor of the man who fell among robbers?" He answered, "The one who showed mercy towards him." Yeshua said to him, "You go and do as he did." God bless, family, and I hope you are blessed by these scriptures.